get-along gang, the caring and sharing guys. Have they turned the corner with back-to-back wins and Kobe posting back-to-back 14-assist games for the first time in a decade? It started with Utah, then Sunday, LA played their best game of the season in turning back Oklahoma City. And they look, dare I say, like a contender. And Mike, I got to give you a lot of credit. You were all over the Memphis meeting that took place with the Lakers. And I want to start there. Did that have impact on what we are seeing currently?
Well, you know, it's kind of hard to tell because Dwight Howard got hurt in the second quarter of their game last Wednesday in Memphis. Lakers lost by 13 points. Not a real gallant effort that night. But I think Kobe, after that meeting, a lot of heated words exchanged between the players. Coaches were also part of that meeting, some team personnel. I really think Kobe, after that game, after that meeting, probably thought to himself, okay, I said a lot. I need to show my teammates I can be a good teammate. He has gone into Magic Johnson mode completely. 14 assists, back-to-back games. He's only had this many assists in consecutive games one other time in his 17-year career, back in December of 2002. I think Kobe said, hey, I've got to show my teammates I can be a good teammate, but can he keep it up? That is the huge question here in Los Angeles right now.
Yeah, and that's what I wanted to ask you, Sekou. I mean, do you see this as a trend? Is this going to continue?
Well, I don't know if it's going to continue. You heard Brett say it. One time in 17 years with back-to-back games like this in terms of, you know, sharing the basketball. The tough part for me watching the Lakers right now is how much of this is a reaction from that meeting and how long does it last? I mean, they haven't been able to sustain anything in particular all season. I mean, Dwight Howard's in and out of the lineup. Kobe Bryant has to decide how he'd like to play. The one part about it that you do take away from their weekend, and I think it's all it is right now, is a great weekend. We don't know, you know, beyond that what this might be. But you see a real map for how they can be successful. And a lot of it includes Steve Nash playing off the ball a little bit, using his shooting touch to take advantage of some mismatches, but not leaving him in a position where he has to try and beat another point guard off the dribble time after time to make plays for other guys.
Yeah, always, David, this was in the hands of Kobe Bryant. Kobe was going to have to okay whatever direction they went in. I'll ask you, well, what's your read on where the Lakers have been this weekend and where they are going?
Well, look, I think that they have opportunities now. Their schedule's a little light the next week or so. Until they come east, they've got, I think, New Orleans and Charlotte. They've got some games that they should win. And if they get on a roll and win 4 or 5 in a row, then maybe this sort of thing starts to really take root in their collective, you know, psyche. But until they do that, until they show that they really are kind of on a roll, I think it's hard for me to see that this group is going to be able to come together. I mean, I think Mike D'Antoni's taken a real, I think, hands-off approach the last couple of days offensively. I mean, this looks nothing like his offense at all. I mean, this is not what he does, and so it's working now. So I think everybody is kind of okay. Let's keep it going as long as it's working. But if they fall, you know, if they play, you know, Miami at the end of this trip and they're down 14. I'm not sure we're going to see Kobe passing the ball quite as much as we're seeing it right now. Let's see what happens when they have to deal with some adversity.
Yeah, we showed that stretch of games coming up for the Lakers, and they really can make a pretty good move before the All-Star break. Mike, who benefits most from this new change in style? Which of the Lakers benefits the most?
Well, you know, I think it's all of them on defense. Dwight Howard seems happier. He's getting a few more touches on offense. Kobe made an absolute point to get the ball down low to him in their game against Utah on Friday. Dwight was a happy guy. He said the very next day of practice, feed the big men. We don't want to be mean. We don't want to be hungry. We want to be well-fed and satiated. My word, not his word. And you could tell that when the offensive guys get the ball, they're so much happier on defense. It really is a trickle-down effect from one end of the court to the other end of the court because they have not been very good defensively pretty much the entire season.
Yeah, Kobe shares the ball early, gets guys involved. Eventually, that opens up things for him offensively at the end of the game. Even I know that, Sekou.